What's poppin'? My name is Richie, and today the Fortnite creative team hold a Q&A on the Fortnite creative Discord, and there were a lot of cool answers and questions they got asked. Stuff like why Mythics are not in the game, will NPCs ever come to the game, and how close are we to weapon customizer, and very other cool stuff. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first general question that got asked is, will NPCs be in Fortnite creative? And the answer to that is they know that NPCs are very requested and they know that a lot of people want them. But it is also a very big thing and a very big undertaking that they have to do with NPCs, and they want to make them right, obviously. So they have no current saying on when they will be released or if they will ever be released. There's probably a good chance that there will be a certain point in time where NPCs will be released, but it's probably not too soon. So the next general question was about Creative 2.0, and they're very excited. A lot of people are excited about this, which obviously a lot of people are very excited about Creative 2.0. But at the moment, and other than the things that we know, the leaks and stuff like that, there's nothing they have to say right now about Fortnite Creative 2.0. Okay, so the next one is about the Mythics and Exotics in Fortnite Creative and why they're not in the game. So I read, Mythics and Exotics in particular are special to Battle Royale. So this time, they will not be added in. So that means Season 7, right? Only in Season 7 they will be not added in. We are always looking to add and update the uncommon, common, rare, epic, and legendary weapons available in Creative as seen throughout Season 16. So what does that mean? That means that they're not coming to Fortnite Creative, especially from this season. They confirmed basically that they're not coming to Fortnite Creative, but they want to add the legendary / every other weapon that is in the game that is not a mythic or exotic. So the next question that someone actually asked was if there will ever be a dashboard for creators, so where you can see your map statistics, if you can see how many people play these maps, whatever, not just the codes or the things that you get via email, but just a general actual dashboard, which I think is personally a very good idea. And the answer to that is that they actually are looking into it, and they definitely think that is something they should implement. But they have no specific time or date, which is most common in this Q&A, that there will be not a specific time or date for any of these questions. So this one is also very big, and a lot of people ask about this since swimmable water was out in Fortnite Creative. Are there any plans of adding swimmable water? And the answer to that is there's nothing to announce at this time, but I'm happy to add the suggestion to the list. So that means they're not really working on it right now, but no, since someone asked this is probably now on the list, and maybe in the next season, or it could be a possible thing that will be added to Fortnite Creative. The next one is pretty important to understand, especially for those of you guys who are asking why Creative Fill got removed. And they're basically explaining here that Creative Fill got removed because there's a lot of people which are impersonating and copying other people's maps. And then they basically put them into the polls and got free promotion out of that. So they basically took someone else's work, slapped their name on it, or even slapped the name of the original creator on it, and then just used that to promote maps in Creative Fill. And they made a lot of money of that, and that is obviously something that Fortnite / Epic Games doesn't really want, that people are copying other people, and it only basically resolves the problems, and we don't want problems. So I think it's a good decision in the end to remove Creative Fill, but I can understand why people are upset about this, and there also should be a very fast solution to this. Not just remove it. So I already talked about this, but that is how it is right now. Okay, coming next, we have a guy named Richie Toons who asked a question, pretty dumb name on that note, but he asked the question, any plans other than the already existing one on allowing non-supported creators to publish share maps? So he's basically asking if there is if anybody will be able to publish maps in the future. And the answer to that was, this is something we're nodding on for sure. We would love everyone to be able to create and share islands. We do have a lot of thought about this, but there is nothing to report at this time. Alright, this is a very straightforward answer, and I was not expecting too much from this, but it's very good to see that they want that other people that do not have a supported credit code can publish maps. I think it's the right step in the right direction, and we'll see how this will come on in the future. I mean, you can currently now apply. The form is still up. If you don't have 1,000 followers on any given platform, you can apply via your maps that you built and can still get a code, even without having 1,000 followers. So this one is really cool. I was not expecting this at all. When can we expect the weapon customizer, and what will it be able to customize? Weapon customization is a big feature and something we need to make sure we do right, alongside with similar things such as making custom consumables. At the moment, we are not in a position to be able to say when these types of features are likely to be available, but we want to confirm that we see a huge value in them and would love to get them into the future. So that is actually a lot more than I was expecting from this question, because obviously the weapon customizer was asked quite a bit, and a lot of people always ask them in the Q&As, probably since the beginning of their doing these Q&As, and that is actually a lot more than they said before. So what we can see here is that they say, yeah, they want weapon customizers, and they also want consumables customizers. So like hop rocks, apples, whatever, like everything that is consumable. And they're not in a position to share that right now, which kind of means that they're probably kind of close to something, and they already have something that they are planning to do this. And they also say that they see huge values in them. So this is actually pretty confirmative that they will be adding a customizer to the game, which I personally think is a very great update. A lot of people ask for this all the time, and it's a very good question. And the next one is also pretty big, asked by Echo, starting out by good morning, guys. Very nice of you, Echo. Is there any plans for Animus to arrive to creative anytime soon? I think it will be a great addition, and this is something that I talked about in the Season 7 update. And I was hoping that like the chickens and like everything that is basically the animals, the raptors, whatever, will be coming to Fortnite Creative. And the answer to that is that we agree that they would be a great addition. It's definitely something we're looking into. They're of course a complex feature, since, yeah, that is true. That's like basically NPCs, the same thing. So they're probably a little bit easier than NPCs, but you know, it's still very complex. So we need to make sure that we can do them justice and make them as versatile as possible if and when we do bring them to creative. There's not really something that is like, yeah, we're gonna add them tomorrow or something, or like, do we already work on it? It is like, yeah, we look into it, but it's not really something that will probably come in the near future. So this next one is pretty cool. It is talking about the conversion from tile devices into prop devices, such as like the barrier device and the, what else do we got? Like the cars and stuff like that. So basically currently we now have still the trick tile and the mutated zone and also the damage barrier, which are still on tiles. So you cannot place them wherever you want. You'd have to place them on tiles. And the question is if all of the devices will be converted into like these prop devices. They say we're looking into it and they want to do it, obviously, but I think especially for the trick tile stuff like that, it is probably a very hard thing to do, and I cannot really find any solutions to a trick tile that works for props. So yeah, we will see how that turns out. I think the mutated zone will be something that is possible very soon, but other than that, that is the answer. So next one is a question about the old items that we got basically removed from Fortnite Creative, such as the ATKs, cannon, and quad crashers, and if there will be any other more exclusive items to Fortnite Creative. And the answer is that they're still working on it, and they're still converting the old vehicles into new ones. I can imagine that like especially cannon slash ATKs, because there's some kind of special abilities, like you can jump on the ATKs, and the cannons obviously you can shoot people, which can be like maybe a little problematic. I think it's good that they're working on bringing them back, because obviously they're very special and a lot of people use them in their maps, and it would be a shame if we could not have them anymore. The next person, which I personally think is really cool, which Tiny asked, that is if there would ever be like some kind of materials on the primitive shape gallery, such as concrete, metal, wood, whatever. And they say it's currently not planned. If you have any questions, then also DM Flak on Discord to give your suggestions and add them to the list. So next one is about crafting in Fortnite Creative, and this one is also pretty promising. They say that they know it's a huge part of Fortnite and they really want to have it in Fortnite Creative as well. But they don't want to have it too hard to understand for people, and currently it appears to be too hard to understand for creators. So still, it's probably coming in the future, but not too close right now. Next one comes from Mustard Place, and he asks if there are any plans on introducing a bigger Thermometer Island. The bigger the better. And the answer to that is plans, not necessarily investigations, of course. The Thermometer Island is fairly new, and we're going to continue to explore ways to allow creators to make the most out of what it can do. So what I think this means is basically maybe before we get a bigger Thermometer Island, we actually get maybe more memory, or like a bigger memory slot on that. Or maybe make the memory less cost efficient, something like this. But I don't think that we will see any bigger islands very soon, because we kind of got like a lot of big islands in the last few updates. So the next one is basically something that Jörg made a video about, and that is like a kind of a chest backpack system, if something like this will ever come to creative. And they say this is a feature we're currently giving some design thought to, since we get a lot of benefit across multiple game genres. So this is very promising. They say it's basically already in design and that there's a lot of stuff they're already working on. And one thing which I really notice in these Q&As is that Epic Games really looks for things that are not specific to just one genre currently, but more so to beneficial to a lot of different genres. So if you have ever like some kind of feature suggestions to Epic Games, if you ever DM Flag, maybe make sure that you think about how this can benefit multiple game genres and not just the one that you need right now. And that is basically it with the Q&A. There was a lot of other cool questions, and obviously you can still check them out. They're still on the Fortnite Creative Discord. And I think it's pretty cool that they give us a little bit more insight in the development of Fortnite Creative. And yeah, definitely let me know what you think should be added to Fortnite Creative. Definitely let me know what you think about the Q&A, and I will see you guys back in the next video. Bye.